Before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everybody that this podcast contains two very pissed-up gays with their opinions, rants and raves in life, and overall explicit content which we know you will love. Everybody and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it just like us, and pour another, and let's get this going and read between the wines. Well, this feels like a bit of a distant memory.
Look who's back.
Look who's back. Again, it's not the first time we've said that. We've said it for a few weeks.
Yeah, true.
Every time we seem to record, we're like, we're back. I mean, we should address the elephant in the room anyway, that we have been away. And our absence on the podcast waves has been quite well known.
Yes.
However, we're just going to say we had a lot going on. Personal healing to do, professional changes in our lives, my life, your life, whatever. But we're back and ready to restore the RBTW equilibrium on these podcast waves.
Indeed. Ready to talk smut over Spotify all over again.
So we are bad, but we will try to be a bit more... What's the word I'm looking for? A bit more...
Consistent.
Consistent, that's the word I was going to use. I was going to use reliable, but that's not the right word. Consistent, right? So, yes, a bit more consistent. Just a lot of shit's been going on, so we're back, right? We're back.
We're back.
So, yeah, we're back. But, yeah. So, with being back, what's new? You tell me what's new.
What's been going on? Well, as you said, lots of changes professionally, which we won't talk about here.
Well,
but...
no, we don't ever talk about the professional stuff on this podcast. It's always the fucking smutty shit.
No one wants to hear the professional
I'll tell you
stuff.
one thing, though. One thing that has been going on, and not been going on too much, but has been going on. Oops, hit my mic already, look. Well, firstly, can I just say this is called Read Between the Wines, but we're drinking beer.
We've masked it up for you guys. So much has changed that we're now straight boys.
People fucking look at me and like, there's no way he's masking anything up. Just because he's drinking a beer on a podcast, that doesn't mean that he's masculine. Sitting here in the pink tracksuit. I've got blonde hair.
You've got blonde hair. That's
blonde
also,
hair, but that doesn't mean that I'm masked, right?
No.
So, well, yeah, let's pretend. Hold on.
There we go.
It's not a fucking wine pop or a wine. Well, wine don't pop, does it?
No.
Screw top.
Yeah, we normally hear the glugging.
You don't ever hear a sign of a can, but although we just told everyone we're drinking cans of beer now, that's really fucking chavvy. We'll edit that bit out. We won't edit that bit out. But yeah, we're drinking beer, so we wasn't going to drink at all, but then we thought this wouldn't be the podcast that it is. There's a fucking fly in my fucking beer.
Oh.
Fuck's sake. Sorry. I digress. Can we just also talk about the fucking fact that we was about to just record and the fucking spider above my head in this boxy studio?
But thankfully the fireball came into play.
Shh. We don't tell people what happened.
I mean, I could have been talking about the lovely drink, the fireball, that they serve at the...
let's just leave it at that, but we've got to do the fucking spider anyway. But saying that, though, talking about drink in general, I can't fucking do these nights anymore where you wake up hungover. I can't do it.
Well, we've truly come back into force because we've been now drinking a few times this week, which is quite unlike us.
Yeah, but that's fine. But it doesn't hit me until about 4 hours into my working day or my day, whatever I'm fucking doing, and I feel like I'm going to kill myself because I'm so hungover. Can't do it no more.
No.
So yeah, maybe we'll say this is a delayed recording due to a massive fucking hangover. It's probably lasted more than days. We're talking weeks here, right?
Just need to drink more, that's all.
Maybe it's just my old age. Who knows? Maybe it's my old age. I say old age, I'm 34 years old.
No comment
in gay world, I'm 34, but in the gay world, I've got to be like, it's like dog years, isn't it? So how old am I? In fact, if I'm old in the gay world, how old are you?
Prehistoric.
Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, I'm 34, but in the gay world, I'm probably about 70, right? I'm sure loads of the gay listeners will tell me what I am.
They'll work it out.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like we don't really shout people out willy-nilly, right?
No.
But we have got one person I want to mention, and we did say that we were going to shout her out last week, but we didn't record last week because, to be fucking honest, I couldn't be bothered.
There we go.
I couldn't be fucking bothered to record last week. Probably that's not the right attitude to have with a podcast, but I'm really sorry. I couldn't be fucking bothered. I was so done last week because I was just tired. New changes in my life, you know,
Indeed.
and all that jazz.
Yeah, indeed.
Anyway, we did go out last week, which hasn't happened since my fucking finger injury.
Yeah.
Finger injury, the gift that keeps fucking giving, so I still can't do anything with it. However, we did meet someone on a night out, and her name was Lisa. And she was from Ireland. I'm not going to do the accent because everything always goes wrong when I try to do that accent. Well, but if a drama school trained person can't do an Irish accent, However, Lisa from Ireland, can't remember what part of Ireland. Did you say Donegal?
I think it wasn't far from Cork,
I
right?
can't remember. But anyway, she did...
No, not so far from Kerry. Not far from Kerry.
Fine.
Yeah.
So yes.
We apologise, Lisa. I do remember.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. Well, this goes back to the episode that we did a few weeks ago, the Brighton episode. I can remember the Dannies, but I can't remember those girls' names. Maybe it's just a female thing. I'm really sorry. Maybe, yeah. I need to get better with remembering people's stories. However, it was a loud bar.
It was.
Anyway, nevertheless, she was a fucking babe that night. And I'll tell you what, I weren't feeling going out. I weren't feeling doing anything. But Lisa made me want to stay out.
We did, yeah. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah,
it was great to meet you.
Her brother was lovely, and his partner and the friends, they were really lovely. They did subscribe to the podcast, and we did say that we would say hi. So sorry for the delayed reply, Lisa, but we didn't actually record last week, so we didn't shout anyone out. But we did say that the one person that we would say hi to this week would be Lisa.
Indeed, yeah.
Who was a fucking babe, and I had such a good night with her. I'm just gutted she doesn't live near us, because I would literally be going out every weekend.
Next time you're in London, Lisa, please let us know. We'll have you out for another night.
And then I don't know whether this was... I wrote this down, but I don't know whether I wrote this down when I was drunk or... And this is a shout out, but it says Marty for hooking me up with these sexy motherfuckers. What the fuck does that mean? That was obviously a drunk thing. I'd obviously been speaking to someone, and I said, I'll shout you out. But the line that I wrote, and it must have been when I was drunk, was Marty for hooking me up with these sexy motherfuckers. Was that someone to do with Lisa? I'm really sorry, Lisa. You can tell that I must have been a bit pissed that night, but
Marty.
I don't know what that is. But anyway, whoever Marty is, who hooked me up with these sexy motherfuckers, I don't know what that means. I must have been drunk.
There's one person I can think of who is not known as Marty, but Klopowitz goes, but I would say.
This goes directly under Lisa, so I'm assuming that it was someone that night, right? But I'm really sorry, I don't remember.
Thank you, Marty, and those sexy motherfuckers.
Whoever these sexy motherfuckers were, hi, right? I don't know who it was, but this goes back to what I'm saying. In my old age, I can't handle my drink anymore, right? I can handle it, but the next day I can't, and then I obviously have memory blocks where I can't remember who the fuck that is. That just seems like I would, because I remember Lisa very well. I sat next to her all night, right? I sat next to her all night, but Marty, I don't know who that is.
Not the shot guy.
No, what, the guy that always comes around with shots?
Yeah.
No, you don't. I wouldn't shout him out because he don't fucking like me. He doesn't like me, hates me, because I always say no when he wants a shot. Oh, he did tell me once that he was nearly put in jail in Greece. Apparently they got to do compulsory.
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
National service.
National service. That's it. Yeah. I wouldn't mind a army full of men in Greece.
Maybe in Greece, maybe not in Israel.
Oh no! It's too. We've literally been back like after a few weeks. You can't be making those jokes, babe. Sidebar: whatever's going on in that part of the world, we don't find funny.
No, not at all.
No. Although, yeah, point does stand up. I wouldn't want to be in any army at the moment.
No.
Given the way the world is going.
Indeed.
Anyway, back to Marty. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks,
Marty.
Marty.
Thanks for hooking me up with these sexy motherfuckers. I don't know who they are, but that's quite concerning.
Send us a message.
Well. But the fact that it says hooking me up with these sexy motherfuckers, I'm assuming it was some sort of conversation, but anyway, yeah. Do you know what? We always talk about whether we'll rant or talk. So I have got a rant, and I've been. This is one that's been boiling. Oh,
sorry.
She's getting her beer out. You fucking need it. This is one that's been boiling, brewing. However the fucking word is. But anyway, I can't stand you in this fucking hotel game anymore. Everywhere I fucking look, you're playing this stupid hotel game, and it's driving me fucking crazy. Anyone would think that you're running a real hotel.
Oh, someone's got to do it.
But it's a fucking game. It's not real. You're not getting paid to do it. It's like taking over your life.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's why we've not been recording this podcast, because you've been too busy playing Hotel Tycoon or whatever it's fucking called. I was going to rant about the iPhone remote control, the Siri thing,
yeah.
but, you know.
We moved from that.
We've moved on from that.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway. Anything going on in the news? Do you know what? I found a fucking funny story in the news this week. And it really made me laugh. And I think I screenshot it so we could talk about it. Let me see if I can find it. Now, tell me if this is the sort of thing that I would do. Right? I'm sure I would. Oh, here we go, right? So this was in the news this week. Actually, I'm shading myself here. It's not something I would do. Anyway. A woman was dubbed lonely and pathetic by her workmates after she spent £4,000 getting married to herself. But she had no regrets. Andrea Johnson, 39, who was divorced, travelled to Mexico for the ceremony. She wore a white dress, read her vows and placed a ring on her own finger in front of an officiant. She even had a reception where she ate cake, drank champagne and a photo shoot in one of Mexico's famous places, a natural water-filled sinkhole. While colleagues had surprisingly angry reaction to her nuptials, even reporting her to HR.
Oh, God.
She's thrilled with her decision and says she has no regrets and she refers to herself as Mrs. Girl, you fucking live your best life. She didn't want to marry anyone, she just wanted to marry herself. Ain't that the best night? Sometimes you take yourself out for a dinner, go home and play with yourself all fucking night. Oh, there you go, more pleasure than you've ever had before. So fair play to her.
Yeah.
Fair play to her.
I didn't hear that one. I
mean, it is a little bit narcissistic though, isn't it?
I think it's a bit, maybe not narcissistic, a bit pointless. What's the point? What?
It's all about self-love.
I know, but you can do that without spending a fortune on getting married.
Yeah, but if she's booked herself a ceremony, she's got some champagne going. Like,
does she invite people to a ceremony as well?
I don't know. I didn't read that much into it.
Because again, the cost of a wedding is not cheap.
Well, it just says how much it was, £4,000.
Well,
she spent £4,000 on it. I mean, for a wedding, that's pretty cheap.
That's quite cheap.
To yourself.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. Girl, you live your life.
You do what you want to do.
You live your life.
I'm not gonna. I wouldn't say that's you though. I wouldn't say that you would do that.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't spend £4,000 on marrying myself. I'd spend £4,000 on a Louboutin shoe, which is what I usually do when I'm feeling lonely and desperate. I usually go to the Louboutin store. Or you just, as I said, you take yourself out for a nice meal. You
treat yourself.
Home, and you play with yourself all fucking night long, and you have the best night of your life.
Self-love is good love.
Self-love, yeah. Self-pleasure, all that jazz, yeah. Maybe that's what she wanted, yeah. I wonder what the wedding night was like. She spent £4,000 on a wedding. I wonder what her wedding night was like. I wonder if she got dildo. Or strap. No, the strap-on wouldn't be necessary because it's not another person.
One of those ones you stick on the shower wall.
Oh. The suction dildo.
Yeah.
The suction dildo when she just reverses into it.
You know, why not?
Well, yeah, I feel sorry for that shower, but anyway. But yeah, fair play to her. Oh, this isn't news, but I bought the Miriam Margolyes book. I can't fucking wait to read it.
You did.
Can't wait to fucking Tuesday when I get on the train.
I'm gutted we didn't have her in our dream cabinet when we did.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't cross my mind.
No,
I can't fucking wait.
But she would have been great.
That isn't news, but anyway, another thing I wanted to talk about, which I think's hilarious, borderline disturbing, is the Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith saga that just keeps getting more and more fucking weird. So now she's saying that they've been not living together and not as a couple for 7 fucking years. 7 years, and they've been telling the world that they are.
That's mental. It's mental.
Also,
though, isn't
he's
it?
been rocked with gay rumours, swingers rumours. I saw a funny meme about her today. It was like, Jada Pinkett Smith comes out with the fact that she's never actually met Will Smith. And I was like, do you know what? That wouldn't surprise me. That would not fucking surprise me because I have no words for them to. I hate her as well.
Yeah, I think they were always a very odd couple. Like,
well, I feel like they looked the part in the early days, but now she's just fucking off her head.
She may have
She's got that interview tomorrow, isn't she? With I don't know what news channel it is in the US, but I can't fucking wait for the full interview. She's fucked up.
Yeah, she is.
I tell you what, like I'd love to be a fly on the wall in their house. I wonder what it'd be like. I reckon they're really boring. Even they probably just sit there doing nothing, like doing nothing.
I had a guy I went to school with when I was younger, who once said to me, we were talking about celebrity culture. And at the time I was like, I don't think there's any celebrities who are truly nice. And he said, yeah, I'm sure there are. And we went on and on. And I asked him, okay, well, tell me, who do you think is a celebrity who's truly, really nice guy you'd really want to meet, would have no problems? And out of the blue, he said, Will Smith. And at the time I burst out laughing because I was like, okay, fair enough. But I don't know, he seems like a nice guy. But it's hard to tell.
I don't know when it comes to them too. Like, they're just fucked up, in my opinion. So, carry on. Like, Hollywood are not surprised. The people of Hollywood are not surprised that this is going on. There's been rumours circulating for fucking years now. And I just think she's an attention-seeking narcissist. And I think that the minute she's out of the spotlight, she can't resist going in front of a camera and throwing her family under the bus.
Yeah.
I fucking hate her.
Yeah, absolutely.
I liked her in Girls Trip, though.
Yes,
Girls Trip.
Girls Trip,
But I
yes,
liked
she
her
was
with
fine.
that. But other than that, I just think that she needs to shut her mouth.
Yeah.
She's going to end up finishing that family off. Like, he's already been cancelled for smacking... Was it Chris Rock? Was it Chris Rock?
Chris Rock, yeah.
Yeah, he was already in the fucking doghouse for... And that was all over her, wasn't it?
I know,
That was all over her.
Well,
fucking ruined his career nearly over her. And then they've not even been together for 7 years. No fucking way, I'd do that.
the whole thing that we watched the other day about it being the reason that it was such a weird thing is that he called her his wife. Well...
Yeah, I've never heard that come out of his mouth in 7 years. All right.
That's a bit shady, like...
Oh, and I thought she had alopecia as well. She had hair in that
She
interview.
did have alopecia, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Unless it's a
Like
hairpiece.
a pretty decent hairpiece if I was me.
Yeah.
That looked real. In which case, yes, that was a nice hairpiece, if that was a hairpiece. But, that was the whole reason behind the slap.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Let's not give that... let's not give that bitch airtime. But she ain't listening to this podcast. She is rolling in it in fucking Beverly Hills. She don't give a shit what I'm saying. But yeah, fucked up. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith's relationship is more fucked up than a Grinder relationship. I tell you now. I tell you now, there's more that goes on in Jada and Will's relationship than a Grinder, swinger, open, throuple.
True that.
Fuck me. Anyway, yeah, moving on to more important things. But yeah, I just can't. I don't enjoy hangovers anymore. I say this as I'm about to pick up a pint of beer, but they just, for me, you get anxiety, you get beer fear, you feel like shit. I get stressed. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Well, once in a while.
Once in a while. Yeah, we say
once a week for this podcast.
Well, yeah. That's the thing. We've marketed this whole podcast on drinking.
Yes. We will not be going sober for October.
We're all... Yeah, fuck that. Sober for October. The minute
here's the rant.
The minute someone tells me they're going sober for October, I'm like, piss off. Piss off. What's the point? What are you doing? I said this the other day, didn't I? If it was for charity, I'd understand. But these random people that just get sober for October for the sake of it, whatever.
You know who you are.
Yeah. No time for it. No time for it. But anyway, yeah. It's funny. I remember I was shopping the other day, and I'm not one for like club cards or nectar cards, all that bollocks, right? I'm always like, fuck this. Anyway, I downloaded one, didn't I?
You did.
The Lidl Plus app. I'm sorry, but it's this what I mean. As you get older, your priorities change. Like when I was a kid or a teenager, I'd be like, fuck ever going into Lidl. That's for tramps, dude.
Yeah.
Now I fucking love it. Now I love it, and I downloaded the app, and I was so impressed with this app, I just could not stop like looking at it and stop going into it. That's what I say as you get older as well. Like for me, it says volumes when you're more excited about the Lidl app than you are about Grindr, right? The only app that's on my phone nowadays is the fucking Lidl app. Gone are the days when it was Grindr and Tinder and all those fucking apps. Now it's Lidl Plus app, and I fucking love it.
You're going to get far more satisfaction from Lidl Plus.
Oh my god, I do get so much more satisfaction out of the Lidl app than I do a Grindr app. Fuck that. But yeah, that must mean I'm getting old if I'm excited by supermarket apps.
Well,
and
there we
things like
go.
that. Yeah, Grindr's just not in my forte anymore.
No.
Do you think though? Fucking hell. Shout out to Lidl Plus. Anyway, do you think your priorities change though as you get older, like in the gay world, or just in general? Actually, let's not limit this to gays.
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, they do change. I think that's true for everyone. Like, you've got to bear in mind you have different priorities. You earn a bit more than you did when you were younger, and you have access to do like more. So you have your moment with your beer.
Well, yeah. I was reminiscing. It's a bit deep sometimes, you know. Well, yes, I suppose. I wasn't listening. I was drinking a drink. Go on, I'm listening.
Priorities have changed.
Oh yeah, fine. We got there. Yeah, well, I don't know though. It's not always. If you are a single, desperate person in your 20s and 60 years later you're still said desperate single person, do your priorities change? No?
Well, I guess they might do, because when you were 20 you might have been looking for one type, and then when you're 60, you're probably looking for a young twink or a
Oh, yeah, but unless you find a young twink that's into, like, 60, 70-year-old men, that's going to be quite hard to find, right? Like,
well, yeah.
If you're 20 and looking for a twink, you're probably going to get one. If you're 70 and looking for a twink, you're going to have to find a twink that likes old men,
yeah,
right? So, yeah, I suppose...
I guess
if your priorities change, but you certainly have to work a lot harder.
Yeah, true.
How about when we go to Brighton, though, sometimes, and we do a lot of things in Brighton for this podcast. We spread the word, but there's always that guy at centre stage, and he's got the nose ring.
Yeah,
he's got a massive nose ring, and he's got like, and do you know what? He's got to be in his 80s or 70s, right?
Yeah, easily.
Fucking legend. Always comes over and says that we look nice, or I'm dressed nice, or whatever. 1 second. Always says that I look nice, or we look nice, or what we're doing, and this and that. Sorry, I actually had to adjust myself then. It's the delayed reaction. I'll go 1 second. It's my old age, see, it's my old brain. But he just loves life.
He does.
Looks like he fucking loves life, and he's always there getting drunk. He's always there, like, talking to everyone, and all the gay boys know him there. The young ones, the old ones, you know, the visitors, they all know him.
I think that's another thing. Like, again, mostly in Brighton, to be fair, but we've had it in London as well. The older gays do come up to you and talk to you more, whereas the young ones don't, unless they want to try and crack on to you.
It's not even that they try and crack on with you, though, as well. It's like some of them are really fucking bitchy, and they look at you and they judge you. And also, like, not to speak on everyone from Brighton here, but it's very cliquey. I've noticed, like, if you go into these, you know, certain bars and clubs, I'm not saying centre stage because I love going to centre stage, right? I'm not talking about centre stage here, but I'm talking about some bars. All of them that live there know each other, so when you go in, you are clearly an outsider. And some of the shit that I wear going in there as well, like, they just look at me like, you ain't from around here. And then, like, last time we went to Brighton, I nearly fucking sparked someone out. Well,
every single time we've been to Brighton,
every single time we've been to Brighton, I've really punched someone out. Someone will look at me and be like, "You're so nice." I'm like, "No, don't you fuck with me. You're gonna I'll literally kill you." But yeah, like, that's a good point. Actually,
I think you're right. Like, people they can be cliquey. I think the same can be true of some bars in London.
It's worse in London than it is in Brighton. Yeah. I'm talking about, like, that old guy. He knows everyone.
But yeah, that's it. Like, he'll come over, and, like, there's several people who are locals who've often come over to talk to us, which, again, like, in London you probably wouldn't get.
I prefer the scene. I mean, we've covered this already, haven't we? But my point still stands. I do prefer the scene in Brighton than I do in London.
Yeah.
I hate London, right? But he's living his life, that guy. He's literally not got a care in one. And remember that other guy that we spoke to, and he was quite old as well.
The one who bored us.
The one that what?
The one who was really boring.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to be nice here, but
don't change the habit of a lifetime, babe.
No, exactly. The minute you walked away and he was left with me, I'm like, and he just wouldn't talk to me because he knows that I'm not going to entertain this bullshit conversation. Like, you can tell when you look at me already. I always say, people that don't know me personally think that I'm sometimes really sweet and quiet and really nice. That is not the fucking case. I'm not really sweet, I'm not really nice, and I'm not quiet. I will burn your house down if you upset me. People don't see that about me, right? And it's the same when we go out. I think that strangers, like, sense it a little bit, whereas they talk to you and they're really nice with you, and they'll try and talk to me, and I'm like
You can be sweet and you can be quiet.
I can be sweet and quiet when I want to be.
Yeah.
When I want to talk to that person.
Don't
but half the people
down.
that approach me, I don't want to talk to.
No.
Like that fucking guy that was dressed as Ken the night I was dressed as Barbie.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you coming to talk to me? Because I don't want to fucking talk to you.
No,
you did not look like Ken.
No.
Fucking hell. But yeah, like, yeah, you're more approachable than I am. But that old guy, like, I give him the time of day because I just love his outlook in life. He's just so, you know, the guy with the ring nose.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He's just like filling his oats. He's loving life.
Yeah, completely, yeah.
And he's just there. Every time I'm at centre stage, he's at centre stage. So I imagine that he probably goes every single fucking day, or at least every weekend. But he's just got such a nice vibe.
I don't know, I think like attracts like, and like, I don't want to get all spiritual and all hippy dippy, but like, don't start off being an arsehole. Like, if you're nice to someone, you can be nice back. There's a way to be nice.
Don't start off by being an arsehole. Well, that's something I'm going to have to practice.
No.
That's not going to happen with me.
That's not true.
Oh, you know, we haven't spoke about our little new lights. You've got new
Yeah,
lights.
and we've also got some
We've
new...
got an on-air sign. You can't see it in
neon
my
as well.
video, but you can see it in your video.
That's also new. The way the
oh
magic
my god,
happens.
we've got 3 new lights.
We had a bit of another
We've got
glow up.
Where the Magic Happens and the on-air sign, and we've got the new neons around the artwork. So
Another glow up, yeah.
Welcome to the Fold new neon lights. We are loving it. Yes, generating quite the talk.
And the electricity bill.
Yes. Well, we don't care about that. We don't care about the electricity bill. That's not our problem. It's not our problem. We're just here to rock up and record.
Exactly.
But yeah, I suppose. Well, does it differ in a gay world? Back to my original point, probably not. You probably
No, yeah.
probably doesn't. But I suppose in my experience of older men, as you get older, if you're gay and single, live your life and you're gonna have fun no matter what. Like some people don't want the cozying up with someone and growing old in their old age. Some people just want to live their life, and I think that guy is one of those. He just fucking loves it, right?
Exactly, yeah, that's right. Hey, like, he's probably retired, he's probably get a decent pension. If he wants to go out and have drinks every Friday, Saturday night, good on him. That's
He's gone through it. He's gone from like twink to cub to bear to grampy.
Yeah.
Right? So he's lived that life. So now he's in his grandpa stage and he's just ready to
embrace who you are. Live
his life as a grandpa.
Embrace who you are. That's what you can do. That's what you can do.
So when I was thinking about this old like topic of talking about being old in like my old age and stuff, I don't know why I must have been drunk when I wrote this one. Have you ever had a grampy? What? When I get drunk and I write the notes for these episodes, I've just wrote, have you ever had a grampy? How many drinks did you have, Ronnie, when you wrote that down?
I have not had a grampy. I've had a grampy.
I don't know whether I'd want to admit to it on this podcast even.
I love also that you didn't even need to explain what the term is. Like, I think most gays probably just know what a grampy means.
But I don't know if I was sober, I would have wrote the word grampy. It's probably not the sort of word I would use. But anyway, all right.
Is there an official term?
I'm getting to it, bitch. Stop jumping ahead. Well, to answer that question as well, I haven't either. I think I did have a night with someone that was in his 50s, but I don't think that classes as a grampy. And that was ages ago when I was single anyway. I was in my 20s, but he was very good looking.
Yeah, I guess that's the other thing. What do you classify?
I'm talking, when you're talking about grandpa, having sex with a grandpa, I'm talking like 70 plus.
Yeah,
right?
But that's it, because when you're 18, someone at the age of 35 probably seems like a grandpa to you.
Fuck me. Well, that makes me feel better. I'm 34. Now, my next question or my next thing was, we've just spoke about twink to cub to whatever, but I was thinking it might be fun to, if we just batted back to each other, like words to describe said person. So grampy is one, and you're gonna be shit at this game, aren't you? So grampy, what would it be? Like silver daddy would be one, right?
Oh, I was going to say like wrinkle chaser.
Wrinkle chaser? I've never heard of that before.
I've never heard of grampy before.
I was thinking along the lines of like silver daddy, granddad, silver fox, mature, and you said wrinkle chaser. Oh, is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't know.
I've never heard wrinkle chaser before.
But then again, mate, I'm sure there are people who are attracted to elderly men who go through it because of the wrinkles and the saggy skin. Like, I'm sure there will. I mean, not for me, but
like pension porn.
There we go.
Pension porn. Oh, how do we get onto these weird conversations? Well, yeah, I think there are people that fucking look for it, though, right?
Yes, I'm sure there are. It's a fetish. I'm sure it's like any other
Actually,
fetish.
I knew someone a few years ago when I was with an ex-partner. He was a friend of ours, more of a friend of my partner's and not mine, because I met him through my partner. Anyway, I digress. He was in his 30s, like I was... Oh God, I was 29, actually. There we go, I remember. But he was in his like mid 30s, 36, 35, 36. Anyway, he only went for really old, overweight guys, and he had a thing for it. So much so, I've never seen these videos, and I never fucking want to. But he set up an OnlyFans where he was like posting videos of him going with all these old men, which, again, I suppose some people are living for it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. Like, it's not a thing for me, but if someone gets off with it, then by all means, like, fill your boots.
Anyway, but fine. Fucking hell. Let's just leave that on.
I feel like I ended the game with my wrinkle shape.
I don't think there was a game to begin with, to be honest. If you all want to hear about what we're talking about, just Google pension porn and let us know in the comments what comes up. Right? Let's just leave it at that. Keeping with the old pension porn kind of... I can't get that fucking phrase out of my head now. I went to the internet, shall we say, and I was just looking at being gay as an old man, right? Being gay as someone older, keeping in what we've just said. Do our priorities change? What is it like to be an older gay person, right? Some of the fucking stories that came up.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, if the shoe fits. The shoe fits. I just saw there was a few articles on BuzzFeed and there was a few on Reddit. Some made me laugh. So
okay, let's hear them.
Well, not the full articles, but a few standout ones made me laugh. First one: the pensioner who groped burly trucker after mistaking a lay-by for gay hookup sex is found guilty of sex assault.
Oh my god!
Horrified victim thought. I'm not going to say his name, so-and-so, 82, was asking for directions before he began touching his legs and crotch. The old man thought it was a hookup area and it was just a trucker. It was just a trucker in a lay-by.
Is this in the US?
No, this is the UK. He thought that the lay-by, where the trucker was sleeping, I assume, was a sex spot. So he goes and asks for directions and then he leans in and grabs his dick. Fucking hell. Well, that makes me think. Oh, there's a bit more about it.
Okay.
So, said pensioner told Kent officers, fucking hell, it's Kent, it's just up the road. Told Kent officers he'd heard a rumour that the lay-by was used as a meeting place for gay men and wanted to verify this. He wanted to verify if it was a gay hotspot, so he put his hand in the man's window and started grabbing his dick.
There's easier ways to verify it than grabbing a burly trucker.
Fucking hell. Oh, I hope he's alright, wherever he is. Probably in jail. But I hope he's... In fact, they'd probably love that, wouldn't he?
I know. Is it not more likely if he's on like a sex offenders register?
Well, no, because I don't think so, because the person that was that was groped wasn't a child or anything.
I don't know, but still it's sexual harassment, isn't it?
Oh.
Don't know. I think maybe not the register, but... I don't know. Anyway, who knows? Hope you're okay, 82-year-old man from Kent. Well,
next time you get your summary, have a look where he is compared to you. Anyway, this one is not sexual, but it's just cute. 90-year-old grandfather comes out as gay and searches for a long-lost love. Kenneth Feltz is proud to be gay, even though it took him a lifetime to be able to say that. Yes, 90-year-old Kenneth Feltz coming out as gay. How amazing is that?
That breaks your heart.
It does break your heart. This time. Do you know what though? I always think like that must have been a lot harder when he was in his teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Like
illegal. Would have been illegal.
Oh, bless him. That's cute. Kenneth Feltz.
We'll send you the link to our podcast, and you can enjoy this as much as we do.
Oh, I don't know about that one. But that's really nice. He's got an interview on YouTube, and I haven't seen it. But he did a Facebook post, and it went viral, and it's of him like in his little room. He's got a little gay flag behind him. How sweet.
Oh, that's nice.
Fucking hell though, 90 years old. That's impressive.
Oh, that cock he's been missing out on.
Oh. Maybe, to be honest, if he's just come out as gay, the chances are he's probably not been missing out on any cock as such. He's probably been doing it behind closed doors, right?
Maybe.
Before I came out, I was still getting some.
I hope so.
To go public about it.
For Kenneth's sake, he was.
Next one is about, I don't know how I feel about this, but a nursery has withdrawn a book about a granddad and his memories of attending pride marches with his partner. Whole parent Will Taylor criticised Genesis Preschool for allowing access to Grandad's Pride, which he said showed a man in leather fetish gear. Alright, I was against this.
Maybe the fetish gear.
I was against this until I read about what the book was about.
On the front cover, a cartoon image of him in a gimp mask.
Trustees agreed that the images were not age appropriate and the book was marked as suitable for age 4+. Alright. right, I see two sides of the coin here. We're all for older people showing their love and memories of pride, but when you're showing, a 4-year-old leather fetish gear, I draw the line.
But, by the age of 4, you should know what a ball gag looks like.
No, you shouldn't. God, that's why you're on this list.
Why 4+?
That's why you're on this list.
That's so young.
I don't know. I'm not a trustee. I don't fucking make these decisions.
Oh, that's too much.
God, the book was marked as suitable for age 4+. I laugh, but it's actually quite serious.
That is quite serious.
I mean, I don't know if I'd want my 4-year-old looking at an old guy in leather fetish.
Not at that age. I wouldn't want them to read anything of any sexual nature at that age.
I think it's all good to celebrate pride and to celebrate being who you are and stuff. I don't know if teaching 4-year-olds is right. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I need to think about this, but fetish gear, I think, is a step too far.
Yeah, I think so.
It's not appropriate for 4-year-olds. It's not even appropriate for 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
12-year-olds.
That's what I'm saying. It's too sexualised too early.
Come on. Anyway, next one. At nearly 80 years old, Gunther Krappenhoft, can't believe I said that right, makes an unlikely influencer. He's never expected to be famous, and up until 8 years ago, he didn't even have a smartphone. But now he boasts 176,000 followers on Instagram, posting long, positive messages about authenticity alongside extraordinary dapper fit checks. He tells his followers to just be yourself, and his German Wikipedia page described him as simply a style icon. Yes, 80-year-old gay influencer Gunther Krappenhoft. I can't. I'm hoping I think I'm saying it right, but go. 80 years old, 176,000 followers. Yes.
I think it's funny. I don't know why this suddenly makes me think of being that age and doing something, still kind of being active and being your true self. I guess then on the other end you have to like Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones still But that's, I don't know, someone like that being positive influence to the younger generation. I love it. I think that's really good.
I love it. Anyway, some of these are just screen grabs. One of them I saw on Reddit, it was sexy grandpa was always sexy, and it's a picture of this old man, and someone comments, they look more like uncles to me, not quite wrinkly enough for a grandpa. So maybe wrinkle chasers is right. There you go, that's justified what you've just said.
There we go.
What's this one? Before long he was dubbed as Mr. Steal Your Grandma, and it's not hard to... So this is a straight guy, this isn't a gay guy, but anyway, let's just go with it. A man has become a model at 60 after changing just one thing about his appearance. After the photo of Irving was shared on Facebook, a well-dressed grandpa started his own Facebook page called Mr. Steal Your Grandma. I'm not interested now in stealing grannies and not grandpas. Anyway, he's got 600,000 followers, so go you.
I thought this was going to be some kind of story about Wayne Rooney.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, there's a book out, and it's on. Well, it's available in the UK, and it's called Bulge of Grandpa, Sexy Daddy. That's one for the fucking stocking filler, isn't it? Bulge of Grandpa, Sexy Daddy.
I've got a rather weird question, but the rest of your body wrinkles up. Again,
stop jumping ahead of the curve.
Okay.
Fucking hell. Anyway, the synopsis about this book is Grandpa likes to whip his shorts off and hang out in his sexy Speedo, showing the world what he's made of. Oh yeah, I'm literally rushing to Waterstones to buy that book tomorrow. I'll stick with my Miriam Margolyes book. Thank you very much.
I think it's also, I don't know who we had this conversation with recently, but it's always the old men of this gym who decide to walk around without any pants on in the changing rooms, because I don't know, they're the ones who. Anyway.
Well, I was swimming the other day. I got up in the morning, didn't I? And I went swimming by myself because I think it's good for my mind. Anyway, I was in the fucking pool with these two old men, and they were nice enough, but they developed a bit of a friendship. And then I got out of the pool, getting ready because I had to get ready to come back and start my day. And one of them got in the shower, and he obviously took his trunks off, and then he came into the main bit. And I think I told you this. I've never seen a foreskin so long in all my fucking life. Yeah. Oh my god, he was as wrinkly as fuck and it was everywhere. But anyway, hold that thought.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking, looking at this topic, is it a thing? Apparently it is. It's called, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, gerontophilia. Gerontophilia is the primary sexual attraction to the elderly. A person with such sexual preference is a gentrophile or a gentrosexual. Is that coming with like geriatric?
Well, I thought so.
Something along those lines. Right? I don't know.
Gentrification is when you get posh people moving into your hood.
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know.
Anyway, the last story that I saw, which was quite cute, this is another cute one, right? It's not all filth. A gay pensioner who brought up a family in Burnham before coming out is campaigning for more specialist retirement homes for homosexuals. George Montague, who lived in the village until 1997, said discrimination against same-sex relationships is rife amongst the senior community and may be forcing some homosexual pensioners to back into the closet. And he says, I spend more than 30 years of my life living in the closet because of those days being a homosexual was unacceptable. And now he's 89 years old and he wants a retirement home just for gays. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Where if I'm 89 years old and I have to go into a retirement home, I literally want to go to that one.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yes.
Yes.
I think especially we also have this thing, like being from big cities, it's slightly more, even the elderly are a bit more empty, but if you're in a small village, I just think it's probably so tough. That's awful.
Oh.
But yeah, all for that.
Wonder if they'd have glory holes in that retirement home.
Yeah, but they couldn't get on their knees.
They would probably need to. Everything's drooping. They probably wouldn't need to. They just tuck it in. Anyway, fuck you now. Talking of being old and stuff, like I did wonder whether things change. Obviously, I'm in my 30s. You're a little bit near your 30s, but we're not in our 70s, right? We're not in our 70s or 80s. So I did think, you know, do things change, right? And naturally they probably do, right? But there's this doctor called Dr. Streixner, right? And he did a study, or he did an article or a journal, whatever you want to fucking call it, about the things that happen when you get older as a gay man.
Okay.
And he listed 5 things. I've only picked out 4 because the 5th one, I can't actually remember what it was, but it wasn't interesting.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't know if it was appropriate, so I just... And the first one, he says, is things droop. Right?
Okay.
So according to him, verified by the naked guys over 70 shuffling around every health club locker room coast to coast, your scrotum will droop naturally as it gets older. Okay. Well, we kind of...
As we said, yeah.
We've kind of spoke about that already, right? So it does droop, right? But it's your scrotum in particular that droops. Like fucking dragging it around. Like, imagine walking on the beach. You've got like big groove. Big groove in the sand. Your 2 legs and then these like, big old wrinkly balls just...
And also, as someone who's not really into public nudity...
Ugh.
Naturists always tend to be older people.
Yeah, they are.
Almost always.
They love it. Fucking love getting their bollocks out, don't they?
Yeah.
Old people, they love it. They always go to these nudies. You see it all the time. And do you know what they also fucking do? Those bike rides. Those naked bike rides.
Yeah.
It's always old men.
Oh.
How they don't get their balls like caught in the fucking spikes of the wheels. It's I can't. Woo. Talk about like bike ride and castrate yourself at the same time. Yeah.
Well, they got nothing to lose, have they?
So, well, if you're a 70-year-old gay man, you've still got all to gain.
True.
Anyway, the next one is size, right? So according to this doctor, he says, no, not out of the poor constriction we all know, but there's a progressive loss of size as you age. But it's not like you develop a micro penis or anything. What does the equation look like? Normal skin cells, once hale and hearty, get replaced by non-elastic fibres, which just sort of reel in the whole apparatus. Want to make it worse, keep building up that beer gut. As your beer gut gets bigger, the fat pad pushes out and a larger penile percentage gets buried under the skin. Gain weight, lose length. Simple math. So, you get fatter.
As you get older.
You literally end up with no penis. So, what's the answer? Stay skinny as an older man.
Yeah.
But yeah. God, micro penises all around then in the old age pension
thanks.
This next one, he says it's shape, right? So we've done size, we've done gravity.
Yeah.
This one is shape. So he says you may develop a curved penis.
Okay.
And he says in your autumn years you develop a curvature. You dog leg left, you pull right. Don't know what that fucking means. Thanks to repeated trauma for seemingly harmless things like sports and sexual activity, scar tissue can accumulate along the length of your penis, and that makes it curved.
Interesting.
You look like one of those old German sausages, won't it? So not only will it be droopy and small, it will be curved. It would look like a little pig's thing, wouldn't it? What they called, like, what's that?
Yeah, the pig's tail.
Pig's tail. Oh. For anyone that's loving old men, we're not doing anything for them with these facts.
I mean, I guess we're assuming it curves down.
Well, I don't know. It could curve up.
If it curved up, that would be great for sensation, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I'm not looking to shag a 70-year-old, so to be honest. And then the next one is obviously, I suppose, one that everyone knows, and it's some men get erectile dysfunction, right? So I suppose that comes with age, I suppose. It says there are more than 30 million men with erectile dysfunction, and the reason behind it for older men boils down to blood loss. Right now, numerous habits might be killing your erection. Having erectile dysfunction is like having a heart attack of the penis. Oh, is that what they refer it to? I'm going to be grabbing myself as if it. Heart attack of the penis, explains Dr. No, can't say his name. And preventing it involves pretty much the same advice you give someone to a heart condition. Eat well, exercise, control those, and you should be fine.
Okay.
Fuck me, you really got a lot going on if you've got droopy balls, a micro penis, curved one, and you can't get it up. Fuck me, that's a lot of problems.
Just switch to it being a bottom, I guess.
Why do you always get onto the subject of bottoms in this podcast? Fucking hell. What if you don't want to be a bottom?
No,
what if he wants to be an old dominant alpha top?
Oh, they're good on him.
Is that he's got quite the battle if he's got all of these?
Well, that's what I mean, yeah. There we go.
Well, it makes you don't want to get old, doesn't it?
No,
I
didn't want to get old
Then
before.
again, some young people have got more issues than that.
True, that's true.
Some young people have... You know. Oh, well. Well, this was a lovely podcast about growing old gracefully in the gay world.
Was.
Makes you just want to, not get old. I don't really want to do it now.
At least until we get this lovely elderly community centre.
Well, yeah. Or an elderly... Oh, imagine like an old age pensions club for gay men.
Oh, maybe they should turn Legends into a...
In Brighton?
Yeah.
I think it already is, isn't it? It already is a pensioners club. Literally, every time I go into fucking Legends, it's just loads of old men. I don't think they need to do anything in terms of remarketing or rebranding. Legends is an old man's club now. Would be fun though, wouldn't it? If you're like in your 60s, 70s, well, maybe not 60s, but 80s. And
I don't think you
want to hit the club.
I don't think fun nights out should end at the age of 60, 70, should it?
Got to be careful though.
You got to take it a bit easier than you did when you were 21, but...
Gloria would have to be a little bit wider for that penis. Fucking hell. Well, I won't be going to those hopefully for another 50 years. I mean...
Plenty of time yet.
Plenty of time for things to droop, for things to curve. Oh, this is totally unrelated to gay people. Do you know what I read earlier? Poppers were invented in the 1800s.
Oh.
Yeah. They weren't used for sexual purposes in the 1800s.
What were they used for?
Oh, I don't really read that much into it. I just read.
What else did they do?
I think it was medicinal purposes.
Oh.
It was for medicinal purposes, and they used to come in this little like glass vial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like they used to do smelling salts?
That's what it was. Yes,
Oh.
that's what I was looking for. It was like a smelling salt of such. But I didn't realise they date back that long.
Oh, I didn't know.
I wonder who thought about it. Like if poppers were used in the 1800s for smelling salt, someone thought, this could also be used for opening up someone's arsehole.
Yeah.
I always think that about inventions. So, like, how do they know?
How did they come up with these things?
How did they know that a double-ended dildo was going to be a good thing? How do you know until you fucking try it out? How did someone know that poppers were, hundreds of years later, or 108 years later, that they were going to be used in gay bars up and down the country?
Someone's got to be the first to admit to doing it.
So, yeah.
God bless
Even
them
those
all.
in the 1800s were living life on poppers, right?
There we go.
I don't know how... this is when I was looking at Reddit at some of these like funny facts and stuff. That was one of them. And I thought, well, this isn't a subject for this episode.
No.
However, We all love some poppers every now and again with our drinks.
We all love some poppers.
Yeah, so there you go. It was invented in the 1800s. Don't fact check me for this in case Reddit's telling me about bollocks. But I do think it was correct. Like they cited all these professionals or...
It makes sense though. Makes sense.
Well, yeah. Maybe not as gay people because... I don't know. I can't imagine some... What was the 1800s? Was that like Victorian times? I don't know. I don't really remember who... I don't remember who was in power. I weren't fucking alive.
I want to say like
Jacobean,
Elizabeth,
Edwardian,
Elizabeth.
Anyway, one of those
Victoria.
fucking times. Yeah. I don't hardly think that people were, getting poppers for a night out in Canal Street.
I wouldn't put it totally out of the concept of reality.
I wonder if that band that wants the old people's home will be like, that's what you get for your medicine of a night time.
Some sleeping pills, some poppers.
God, you'd be right away, wouldn't you? When I was in my 20s, I used to use poppers just as a form of stress relief as well.
Really?
Yeah, if I used to get stressed, like, oh, where's the poppers?
Are they
some poppers.
Oh.
No, they're not. They're not stress relievers. They're not. Now in my 30s, if I did that, I'd probably have a panic attack. In my 20s, yeah, I fucking loved it. Loved it. You know, the bars that you go to, like especially in Pride, like they're doing them all in the bars. Yeah. Like that's what I used to like, woo. I used to find it fun, and used to think it was a bit of a stress relief, and I used to find it really fun. But yeah, in my 30s now, don't think I could do it. Well, anyway, on that note, we should probably let these old dudes... I'm talking about us now.
Go to bed.
Yeah, well, this has been a lovely podcast about growing old gracefully, and it's made me not want to get old. Who wants to get old when you got all these things coming?
Well, indeed.
Well, yeah, anyway. Old talk, old age talk, silver daddies, wrinkle chasers, silver foxes, I don't know, pensioners, mature, whatever you want to call them. Please, yeah, if you know any other sayings or names for those people, please give us a shout and educate us.
Exactly. You can follow us on TikTok
at
RBTW Official.
As always, don't fucking use the email. Do not even plug it because it fucks me off. I don't even use my email.
Wouldn't even.
Please head over to TikTok and give us a little follow. We will post actually some videos of this episode because we've not done that in a while.
Indeed.
But always please head over to Spotify and like, share and subscribe. And please automatically download it because you'll get notifications when a new episode comes out. And you're doing the job for us.
Exactly.
We don't have to plug
Absolutely.
it. But I don't know what next week's one will bring, but let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so yes, I can't get my words out. Shall see you on the next one.
See you next time.
Laters.
Bye.